I think we have 35 out of 72. 50%, give or take. That's pretty good. So take your right hand. Give yourself a pat on the back. Good job. The good news is you survived 30 days of hopefully implementing things into your lifestyle that you aren't accustomed to or weren't aware of. The bad news is this ending is just the beginning. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is how to maintain momentum after some type of challenge, in particular this one, the 30-day fitness and nutrition challenge. So I gave you a printout. It has everything that I'm going to cover in this PowerPoint, and this information is also going to be available on the portal if you have a friend that didn't make it that wants to see the information. So completing a 30-day challenge is a great achievement. As we said, you congratulate yourself, right? Even little successes are worth celebrating, and small changes can make big impact over time, right? It's that consistency. So 30 days is just the tip of the iceberg, and there's much more to come. Some things you won't see on that piece of paper that happen on a cellular level, but if you're hydrating better, you're eating better, and you're moving more, there are internal things that are definitely changing for the positive that you really just can't see or touch today in 30 days. Does that make sense? Maintaining momentum is the key to progress. 30 days is just a snippet, right, over a lifetime. So the more you repeat those good habits, those good nutrition things, the more results you will begin to see, whether it be in your blood work, in your appearance, those types of things. And we want to avoid slipping into old habits. As the adage, right? Old habits die hard. Oh boy, do they. Do they. So those are the things we want to avoid. I would recommend setting new SMART goals. It doesn't have to be on the form that I gave you, but those are readily available. I have them if you want a new blank one. And if you recall, I didn't let anybody leave, I don't think, without setting at least one SMART goal. Once you've attained that goal or goals, it's really good to reevaluate and put something on paper. It keeps you accountable, it keeps it fresh in your mind, and then you're going to chart out, how am I going to accomplish this goal? Right? A goal without a plan is just a wish. So we need to have that plan, steps that you're going to take to attain that, milestones along the way, and things like tracking steps, tracking your water. So all these things that we can write down that are tangible, that help keep us accountable. So setting new SMART goals, mapping your progress, these are things we want to take and move forward with. Building a sustainable routine. If I start out and I'm going 6 days a week and that's not sustainable. So we want something realistic, should be challenging still, but realistic. So building a sustainable routine, consistency is the key to success, and integrating those healthy habits into your daily lifestyle. And that can be just as easy as a 10-minute in the morning, taking time to check in with your body, how you feel that day, doing some breathing and some stretching at home. I have 2 videos that are available on the portal, but I could also email them to you directly. One is a chair yoga class, and one is the core balance class that you can do at home from your chair. So I can't make it to the gym today, or I can't make it to a class time, but you have 30 minutes at home, you can pop on one of those videos and get at least 30 minutes of movement. So no excuses. Staying accountable, building a support system. I'm always available to be part of your support system. Underutilized resource, I will say. I spend a lot of time, at my desk working on other things, but you're more than welcome to come up anytime I'm there. 30 days from now, if you want to retest on the scale, we can absolutely do that. If you want more guidance, like monitoring of your food log, food journal, I have people that email their stuff to me. I send back recommendations. One thing, it holds them accountable, right? Because it's easy to say, well, I eat pretty good. When you write it down on that piece of paper, and it's looking back at you, and you're really going to give it to somebody else to look at it, it's just a whole different level of accountability. So that's available to you as well, if that's something that you'd like. Joining a group class. If it's not any fun, you're probably not going to do it. A lot of people don't like to go to the gym. They feel lost, they feel bored, and they stop going. If you're in a group class, People are going to say, hey, Mr. Bird, I haven't seen you in class in a while. Where have you been? And I just use that as an example, but there's accountability within your peers and accountability from the instructor. So if you think, well, I'm not a class person, but you've never been, you don't really know. So open up your mind a little bit, take advantage of the opportunities that are available for you here at the ARC. Partnering with a friend. I know some people partnered up for this challenge. Continue that. Get a walking partner. Eating with somebody can hold us more accountable too. So that transcends over into nutrition as well. Keep it enjoyable. We don't like boring, lame things, right? Find things that you enjoy. If you love walking outside, don't force yourself onto a treadmill. Do things that you enjoy. Reward yourself with non-food incentives, right? Spend money, that's right. New tennis shoes, workout gear, a new tracking device, something like that that's going to tie into your goals and tie into a healthier lifestyle. I know that cake and cookies and everything that we celebrate, it's alcohol and sugar, right? But the reality is both of those things are very detrimental to the human body. And if repeated often, you'll start to run into problems. So finding things that you can replace those with, as the majority of the time, realistically, right? We all enjoy life, but if that's your daily go-to, probably want to reevaluate that. Start implementing some non-food, non-alcohol incentives to reward yourself for your progress. And listening to your body, right? Like that morning check-in, some days we just feel better than we do other days. And there's no need to force a square peg into a round hole. If you're feeling less active that day, change what you're doing. Make it just a stretching day. So there's a lot of things that you can do, paying attention to your body and honoring how you feel. And modifying whatever your plan was for the day, not to nothing, but to something that accommodates how you present on that particular day. So you still get something done, right? As opposed to just, I don't feel good, I'm not gonna move. Because I promise you, 98% of the time, movement is exactly what you need. Granted, your leg's not falling off, right? But even when you're injured, what's the first thing they want you to do? Move. Physical therapy, it's a bridge, right, between an injury and getting back onto your feet. So movement is the answer pretty much no matter what the question is. So we want to modify our approach as opposed to just taking an all mindset of, well, I'm not feeling good, I'm not going to do anything. So changing your mindset and listening to your body. Another way to continue your momentum is to continue to learn. Coming to seminars, reading books. Mindful there's a lot of bad information out there. Vetting the information and where you're getting it, but continuing to learn. Find things about nutrition and fitness that interest you. Consult professionals to refine and improve your approach. So you guys have me available here, but there are other professionals. Just reach out. Stay engaged. Inform yourself. Knowledge is power, right? We want all the power in our hands. Reflect and celebrate success. Tracking is a powerful motivator, and when you find those successes, I would celebrate my success. I gained some muscle. You guys motivated me, I got moving. I went above and beyond what I normally do in a day, even though I was tired and didn't feel like it, and went to the gym and moved some weights around. And I can see the result of that. So I'm gonna let my husband take me shopping this weekend. Lululemon, here we come. Keeping a journal, even taking photos, right? Some things you might not see yourself because you see yourself every day. Getting your husband or spouse or friend to take some photographs and then comparing that as you go along, you can see a significant change in a picture. The scale, this is available to you. You can see the changes there. And then just celebrating those milestones. This is a milestone for all the 35 people that are here. You made it. You stuck with it. That's a good accomplishment. So we want to reflect and celebrate small milestones and big milestones. And then just final thoughts as the end of this challenge is here. Setting new goals, building a routine, and staying accountable. Because this is a lifelong journey. And as we age, what we do may change, but we still need to move. We need to find ways to move. And I see inspiration in our fitness center every day. There's a lady that's 105. I taught her how to use the Concept 2 rower at 100 years old. And she's still going to this day, although she's on a walker some days, she always comes up and does something. 2 times a day. Yeah. So, progress is about persistence, it's not perfection, right? We want progress, not perfection. And that all or nothing mindset can be a really dangerous place to be because there's always something that we can do. So finding those things, staying plugged in, staying accountable. Is there anyone that wants to share a success, small or otherwise, with your peers?
I do.
Awesome. Let me come right over. Stand up. Do you mind standing up?
I do not mind standing up.
You want to talk into my shoulder?
I will talk into your shoulder. I'm all in on this. I was really a little concerned when Carrie said, well, you know, you need more protein. But I went ahead with it, and she said you could not overdose on protein. And I just said, okay, well, I'll see what happens. I don't know about this. I doubled, more than doubled probably, my protein intake. I lost a pound. I lost 2 pounds of visceral fat.
That's the really nasty one.
And I want to invite, since we have this opportunity, and I gained some muscle too, I do want to invite all of you to attend my centenarian decathlon. See, I'm so frightened I can't say centenarian anymore. But I want to invite you all to attend that. That will be held on March 23rd, 2042. I will just tell you a couple of the events I have chosen. I will be walking up and down 2 flights of stairs, not gracefully, not in a hurry, but doing it. And I will be getting up off the floor from my yoga mat, not gracefully, not in a hurry. So that'll give you an idea of what I've chosen for my, I still have a few more events to think about. I've only chosen 6 so far, so you're all invited.
All right, write that date down.
Way to go, Pat.
And the reality is, if we're lucky, we all have a date like that. Yes? Anyone else want to share a success? There are some successes in this room, yes? Okay, you don't have to share them, that's fine. You are, because you're here. That's right. Are there any questions of any kind? Oh, yes, yeah. Something that I presented at I think it was the protein seminar. There are several products that are branched chain amino acids. So it's a way to add the raw material that your body needs to make proteins without having to get it from your diet, because I know it can be challenging, particularly with what's presented, to eat enough protein. But this doesn't affect the calories because it's about 2 calories per serving, and it's 99.9% bioavailable. So you're putting in the amino acids, your body can utilize it right away. You don't get protein from protein, you get amino acids from protein. So when you ingest protein, your body still has to break it down. When you're putting in amino acids, it has all the raw material that it needs to create any protein that you need. So if you're interested in that, I don't get a kickback or anything like that. They're products that I use, I probably ought to. And they're products that Pat used. So, and then February the 7th, which is next Friday, we're having a heart health awareness event. Who wants a healthy heart? Everyone whose hand is raised who wants a healthy heart, I need to see your names on that sign-up sheet right over there. So there's a flyer, hold it up high, yes. And there's a reminder sheet that looks like this. So you pick the time you want to come. It runs from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock next Friday. We're We're gonna have little gift bags you don't wanna miss out on, and there will be snacks. They will be healthy snacks, but there will be snacks nonetheless. At the fitness center, yes. So you're agreeing to, when you sign up, 15 minutes of cardio on any piece of cardio equipment. Don't worry if you don't know how to use it. Maybe try something you've never used before. I'll be up there to help with that part. It's set up on times because we only have so many pieces of cardio equipment. So it runs from 8 to 3. You'll pick a time slot that works for you. There won't be any other classes that day, so you need to come up and get that movement in, and then write yourself that little reminder and take that with you for next Friday. Yes, sir.
Where do you keep that little machine so that maybe in 6 months we can check ourselves up with another reading?
I keep it in my secret closet. If you want to use it anytime, just get with me. It's in the closet right behind me, and I'll set it up and make sure that it's done correctly. And you can bring your papers and we can look at them together. I would give at least 30 days in between for any kind of change to happen, but you don't have to wait 6 months. We can move forward and do this every 30 days if you like. So, yeah. Anybody else?
We had talked about having Akeem come to one of the, of our meetings. Can we, your meeting about sugar intake, can we invite Akeem to come to that?
Absolutely. And thank you for the reminder. Yes, I'm doing another presentation, and it's on sugar and hidden sugars and high sugar intake and its connection to dementia and other related cognitive decline.
What is that, Karen?
I do. It's, let me look at my calendar. That's okay. It should be on Felicia's calendar too. We're gonna post it. I know it's February 24th, which is a Monday.
That's my son's birthday.
Yeah, and it will be right here in the auditorium. So that's the one on sugar. So we're gonna go over products, do some label reading, go over the 101 names for hidden sugar. Yeah, you wonder why does it need 101 different names, right? And it's all the same thing, really, sugar. Things you might not even know, so you can educate yourself on that. I'm gonna have a display of items and then the amount of sugar that's actually in them in a cup. So you can see them in one serving, right? And you go, one serving of that, would I sit down and eat this much sugar? God, no. Well, why would I eat that? It's the same thing, it's just dissolved in there. So, and drinks, beverages as well, yeah. So, I would definitely not miss that. And then the research that's coming out, that's kind of been there all along, but the connection that high in sugar intake has with inflammation and cognitive decline. So, big smiles all the way around. Yes, and artificial sweeteners are in there as well. Because they're, well, not to get onto it right now, but they're worse. I know, worse. If you want to stay around, you want me to look over your forms, I'd be glad to do so. Otherwise, my heart is full today that you're all here and that you're all making steps to better your health. And I look forward to helping you in any way that I can as we move forward.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.